This is Jordan Tower with JTNEWS. Make sure you slap a like on this for me.
Yeah, man.
That's classic right there, baby.
Very classic, man. That was 90. Wow, that was 98 I wrote that.
I think I remember that. I think when I got that, it was like on a Lodo, I think. Like I got everything else.
Super low. I mean, but that was the voice that didn't work.
You don't think that voice worked? There's a lot of hot joints with that voice right there.
Yeah. Good Die Young. That was the joint, what's the name did over? Missy did it over for Monica.
Yeah, that same beat.
Now, the joint you did with Nas, was that before the shooting or afterwards?
That was before the shooting.
That was before, right?
Yeah. Nas, yo, let me tell you something. Look, people think I don't like Nas, right? I don't. You know what it is to play this? I was more hurt about Nas than it turned like the way I express myself is easier for me to express it angry. So it comes off like that when I start talking about him, because I got frustrated about the situation. Because with the whole crew, like he was in position, cool, for real. You know this.
He used to big you up though, crazy.
Yeah, he was. I mean, early on, and I'm like, yo, I rock with him. Like he took me on a promo tour, first tour.
Word?
He took me on
wow,
Nostradamus. Yayo was with me.
I was there too.
Wow.
It was just me and Yayo before. This is before Banks came to picture everything. You know what I'm saying? He took me on his tour. We was riding with him. Everything good. Like I seen some things that was like instead of him actually vibing with everybody that's on the tour, like he would have his book off to the side, like you know what I'm saying?
That's his vibe though. He keeps it himself.
That's how he is, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't understand how when he was in position, how he didn't do anything to set up his crew. You feel what I'm saying? Like the Bravehearts, like the time, Jungle, Wiz, Horse, all of them. And we was all on the same van together. We wasn't even on a bus.
Right.
Like vans together, riding. And it was like, I was honored to even be allowed on his tour at that point, because I didn't have anything but How to Rob at that point. You know, he just said, yo, that record feels crazy. It reminds me of when I came out. He had options. He could have took Nature. Could have took other, you know, there's other artists around it with AZ. Fox, he could have took whoever he wanted to take with him. You know, and he said, no, he wanted me to come with him. So I went with him.
Did he have was the Firm still popping back then?
The Firm, I don't think he liked anything that was a conflict to him shining as Nas. You feel what I'm saying? And that's my assumption after the fact. Because I didn't understand why he didn't utilize all that at that point. Like even after Uchiwali came out, they had a smash, man.
But you know what? Originally he wasn't on that record. The record that when they gave me up on a mixtape, Nas wasn't on that record. Right. He hopped on at the end and they shot the video for it.
But that's when it was working. It was working when they gave it to you, Clue. And then he got on the joint because it was working, and then he didn't travel with him to support it. What's the difference?
I don't know about.
All right, ask me this. What's the difference between Bravehearts and G-Unit? It's momentum. When I had the momentum, I worked them in, Clue. I could have sold a blank CD after Get Rich or Die Trying. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? That's the real deal, man. And then after we get going, like they was established, they got groomed. Yeah, he was already grown because he was with me even then. So when he's locked up and he's going through,
y'all sounded crazy on the mixtape. Just on the mixtape alone, y'all sounded like, you know what I mean?
Like we was already veterans because we was getting knocked around. As far as the game was concerned, everybody who had money, that's why I was getting my ass whooped. Like that's what was happening.
You know when I knew it was really on? I knew it was really on when I heard the freestyle that Shy Money dropped off. It was just really Banks on there. You had a couple bars in there.
Victory?
That's when I knew it was on. When we heard that, we knew it was on.
It was either Victory or the Banks
Riding
workout.
through Ruckers, Pride on the Chuckers, the
workout. Yeah, that's the joint right there.
It's coming.
So what's up with Gina, man? Like, you kind of got angry, aired out one time.
Yeah, you know what it is? I think I was building something that was unhealthy because it was running solely on my energy. And it took for them to reach a point like, I think all of them was already made over $5 million, cool? Like how much? That's that help that I was talking about though. At that point, if while Nas had that energy, he could have helped them get into a decent space financially before going, you know what, y'all on your own. He didn't really give them that support and then said, now y'all on your own. I still talk to Lord, Spunk, the people who was there that wasn't a part of the music.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we all good. It's just I didn't see him doing like he just looked, and then his character is sometimes.
Have you seen him and spoke to him?
No,
recently? Not at all.
No.
Not since then.
And I haven't seen him.
Wow.
Yeah, like I had a conversation. Look, he wanted to do the same thing that Jay did to him with Carmen, to Mega. Cause he called me to get Holly number in Queens, Circle 5, and Mega was messing with it at the time. He was tight at Mega at the time. He sent me to go get the number. I went through there, and then after that, it was like he called me like 3 times that night to tell me what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And then when I did the Jennifer Lopez joint, I did a remix for Jennifer because the first thing I did is Puffy called me back to help him with the Make This Money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And after I did that, then I was working with Jennifer. I did a remix on one of her joints. And then Irv started crying and Donnie and them and was like, yo, what are you going to do? This guy's exactly what he says he is on these records. You know what I mean? Why you want to do business? What happens when he gets mad and he does this something to Jennifer? So he was kind of using me against me at the time. And then they pulled back off. And he was like, use Nas. Nas just beat Jay-Z. They just went through the ether. That little back and forth thing. You know what I'm saying? And then Nas ended up doing the record. I wasn't mad that he did the record. I was mad that he didn't call me. You called me 3 times to ask me about Mega's girl. And then you didn't call me when you did the record though. What is a direct reflection of what you've created, music-wise, in the music business? It would be maybe an indication of the general public going to buy it, maybe. So if we take those people in front of me and add them up, they all didn't sell what I sold on my lunch. But I'm coming again.
My whole real argument about the whole thing was, I mean, there's some people on the list who
Don't even deserve to be there.
don't deserve to be there. They didn't write all their own rhymes the whole
Right.
time. So it's like,
How did Game get to be number 3 when I wrote his 3 first records? His 3 first singles off his first album. That means I'm number 3. Come on, put me back on there. That means I'm number 3. Or he wouldn't even be here right now.
I don't know, man.
Exists. And the last record, the song that actually sold his record was One Blood, the one that had the chorus built in.
You know what I mean?
Because when he had to do the actual hook, he did a strip club record.
I heard the whole album before he was on it, dog. The documentary, I heard it before he was on it. True story.
That's what we should do. We should put out my version.
Your vocals, yeah, your vocals.
That's legalized.
Put it out. Called Documentary Part 2. 6 record
I don't
EP.
understand this guy, man.
That's an EP. Alright, 6
I thought
records.
you guys were cool now, man. I thought you guys were trying to work things out.
I don't work with them, but I just, you know.
Cool.
Nah, we just don't work with each other. I don't got nothing to say about them. You know, I don't care about them. Plus, if I keep go too hard on them, then I'll mess up my money.
This man, for real. I let niggas know I'm real with it, man. Low key. And your ass going up north, cause they giving niggas 3.5 for burners now.
Yeah, they shot my face and everything changed. Intern
And
for me.
footy.
Oh, footy, that's
Without being able to be sent to the store when I was there as an artist, I used to go every day. I was with Ron Archer in the product manager department. I was with Lenny Hernandez in the A&R space, OJ Warman in the street department, him and Footy, Yvette Gale in publicity, Julian was in the art department. What? Yeah, he was. And Shaka was doing radio.
Right.
Shaka Zulu was there. Wow. Mark Jordan was like, I think he was the general manager at that point. Nicky Martin was A&R administration. And who else? Tony Pokenham was
I remember I went there.
doing lunch.
Yeah, I went in. What's this dude's last name? I went in David's office. I was like, yo. I was on Epic too. I had a deal on Epic. Tom Mator just gave me my deal. Like, yo, we gotta get 50 back, man. Like, for real. They was like, they looked at me like I had 5 foreheads. They said, yo, man. I was like, yo, we gotta get 50. Like, nah, we can't. Like, yo, we gotta. So at like, it took me like a day and a half, and they approved it. I'm like, yo, we gotta do this.
You know what's crazy is they was so scared. They was terrifying me after that Hit Factory.
Yeah.
There always some suckers, B. Let me tell you, the door was super narrow, right? We in the hallway upstairs in Hit Factory, them little rooms they got upstairs.
Yeah.
It's super narrow, right? They
That
came
shit was dumb small.
and closed the door. The door that they was in my jacket is in their room. Look, there's 2 doors right here, right? My jacket is in this one. The hallway's narrow enough for us to walk through, that's it. They come close this door, they in there. They just let them close the door. My gun is in the jacket in that room. So we got to go through the scrapping on this side. The boy gets stabbed in the chest.
Yeah.
The DJ. Clue, at this time, I ain't got no money. I'm not paying them. How am I supposed to control what he does after that? He's looking at it like it's payday. Oh, they're going to pay for this.
Yeah.
They feeling like I'm supposed, like I'm doing it.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Like I'm telling them to do that. So you know how the old heads deal with everything. You know what I mean? So that's why I go down when we go down. But the whole situation bugged out. But they got my fucking pistol in the other room. Sitting there. I'm not gonna go after these niggas done ran down. I can't even get my pistol. I won't shoot a nigga going down the steps.
If that pistol was in that
It would have
room,
been alright if I did that. It would have been self-defense still. Because all that many people came in there, whole different thing.
if that pistol was
I
in
would have
that
changed
room,
everything.
oh my shit.
Better I'd have let the swim me off in there with a bunch of niggas too. Bang! Niggas been back. Two niggas get hit by one bullet.
Can you tell Mark
Yeah, but then
I still have
if that would have happened, this situation right here might not have happened. So you gotta know what I'm saying? Everything has for a
Yeah,
reason.
that's true.
I'm-
You right?
No, thank you. I appreciate you.
Now-
But when you go and do it, you want it to go the other way.
Okay.
Because I'm like, what? Then I didn't even go to the hospital. The little scratch I had
Okay.
only was for 3 stitches.
Yeah, you're back.
I didn't go to I went home. And I'm in the radio hearing I went to the hospital. So they had me, I was like, alright. That's when niggas
I
was
left
involved
with 2
like the
scratches.
day after.
You know what I mean?
That's
Right there and right there. 2
His hand.
scratches. That's all bitch ass niggas could do. You know what I mean?
Call Dad.
They always make it bigger than it
They
is.
talk about Queens. They don't be including 50 all the time, man. You gotta include 50.
Yeah, man, I be forgetting me. That's crazy.
They don't know about all the times. They don't know about South Road, Gabru.
Yeah.
They don't know about all the parties like we did with Cheeks back in the day. They don't know about none of that. Jam Master Jay. They don't know about none of that. So we gotta let them know. Ed Love in the building too. Ed was
Yeah.
good. Queens aficionado.
Yeah!
Yeah, and then OG Bobby Johnson.
Clue, you changed the mixtape game too, though.
I tried.
Who
man, I
was the
tried.
mixtape?
Remember? Because you remember at a point, you had Grandmaster Vic, Dog Time, everybody was
Oh, Ike
blended.
Love.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then Dirty Harry.
But that's when DJs was still DJ.
And then you came with the exclusives by Clue.
Yeah, like that's when they was still.
Messed the whole game up.
Cool, it was still like where they was actually blends and really taking it and making something different out of the music. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
at this point right now, I mean, a guy who could just get a new record.
Exclusive. That was
It's
cool.
Basically, what I was doing, I would do tapes, go record them, go to Jamaica at like around 6 when the Coliseum block was
Yeah.
popping, and go knock off mad mixtapes, right?
Yeah.
But then I said, yo, I gotta go uptown. And when I got uptown, it was Ron G, Capri, Doo-Wop, SNS. It was mad competition uptown.
Yeah.
And they was doing, I was selling blend tapes and they was moving a little something. But the hip hop tapes was moving out the window. So I had to go for it.
Now I remember when it used to be
It was
like
definitely.
the different when a rapper's album was coming at different points, and they just get crazy because they have to start their record off. They go to Clue and get it
You
hot
got to.
Yep.
right quick.
You got to.
I remember that I was smart enough to take even my first tape, 50 Cent of the Future, had 4 freestyles on it that had previously been on Clue tapes.
Yeah, Shaman used to come before y'all got on. He used to come to the station every Monday with or every other Monday with a new joint come up in the, the
Yeah.
maroon Tahoe, pull up.
And come get to you.
Yeah.
Clue.
I mean, it was official.
Alright.
Now, 50, before we go back to music for a second, if there was one artist right now out there that you could sign,
Uh-huh.
who would you sign? If you could take someone off a rapper off someone's roster, label, whatever, who would the rapper be?
Oh, someone else's roster.
If you could snatch one rap up, like, yo, man, look, you with me now.
I think I could have made a successful project out of Remy Ma.
Ooh, okay.
I think I could have. You know, because I know that.
Don't say you could have. You still can. She ain't signing nobody but
Yeah,
herself.
but she has the cause in her release
She can't
can't
do
work
no,
with us.
She can't do no music with nobody in
from
June.
June. And I
3 years.
see, initially, I don't think Remy was supposed to be marketed as a sex kitten. I think Remy is tougher than everybody, all of the female artists, so she should have been in that rage lane. When you heard her on Annie Up, she showed up. When you heard her on Lean Back, she showed up. Like when you put her with a group of guys, she hold her
Don't forget
own.
about lifestyle.
Sure.
Lifestyle, she showed up big
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah, she gets busy. But I mean, away from all that, I just thought that they just did it wrong. I think if they would have had her with the way the public was receiving her the best, that they would have embraced it.
A male rapper, anybody?
A male rapper,
I mean, I know how you're taking it, like, yo, they don't think I'm really, like, I'm on, I'm on you. They're not gonna take it like that. Just like, yo, man, look, it is what it is.
I mean, there ain't too many of them put out nothing this impressive to me right now, but
who you think can rap? Like, who you think can really just has raw talent? Like, they wordplay is crazy, maybe something.
I'd like to have a project with Fabulous. I'd like to have Fabulous.
Okay.
No, dead serious. I'd like to have Fabulous and Lloyd Banks wordplay.
How about we put out that song they did? We talk about that in a second, man. 800-585-1051, because they had a hard song that didn't come out. We might have to talk about that. It's Power 1051 Dead Storm Radio 50s in the building. Yayo's here. We're going to talk to Yayo too when we come back, man. It's Power 1051, y'all. What's the name of that record they had together? That record was hard, too.
I still show all about it.
I think when they make records, they say fly shit when they on hard shit, but when they start talking to girls, both of them, they say something just ill. Like, he's a damn near broke a Manolo, get a photo, like they say ill shit when he, from the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, you got mad at me. I said this. I said, look, if we don't know who you are as an artist, we gonna fuck up. We sitting down, we trying to figure out who everybody is. I'm like, yeah, who you? He said, I'm a drug dealer. Why do you call me Yayo? So that's all I do.
Yeah.
So it's easy. His content, I know where he's going.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How we should be marketing him. And Banks, I was like, yo, I think you should rap for the bitches. Because every time he said something and he made reference, a female reference, it was super hot up. Like, those moments stood out to me in the freestyles when he got there. So I was like, yo, I think you should do that. And he was like, just because that wasn't what G-Unit was at that point. And he wasn't feeling me for saying that, but it made sense, you know what I mean?
Out of the artists out there right now, who do you like respect? Who do you mess with?
I like Pimp C, man. I ain't gonna front. I like what he's saying and everything right now. I do, man. Like, you know it's crazy. Like, I did a record with them called As the World Turns in '98.
Wow.
I did a record with them before Big Pimpin', before all of that happened, you know. But, you know, I've been listening to them, checking them out, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I kind of understand, like, where you at right now. You're a little frustrated.
Now, do you mess with anybody, like, on the top 10 list? Let's see, we got MTV's list was Lil Wayne, T.I., The Game, Andre 3000, Kanye West, Jeezy, Jay-Z, yourself, Common, and Jim Jones.
Yeah. Well, I like Lil Wayne is cool. You know what I'm saying? He make decent music. I had to, you know, I throw him a little nudge recently because he was making some decisions I wasn't sure what he was trying to do.
What kind of decisions?
Like with them making Ja Rule records and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But away from that, Jeezy, he's alright. You know what I'm saying? I like who else? Andre 3000. I always thought he was great. I was supposed to do a song with him on The Massive.
Right.
You know, creatively, I think he can go somewhere that the rest of those artists that we just mentioned can't even go. You know, he just be in a different space, a zone where you might create something and Lord knows what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? Just walk in the studio, come out with something special.
You also did a record with, I don't know if it's a record, but you did a little medley with Jay. You off the for the Reebok joint.
Yeah. We got together on that, and they should look forward to hearing me and Jay together on Eminem's next project. Cause
everything's cool with you and Eminem, right?
Yeah.
Because there's rumors out there saying that you not messing with Em and Dre. You about to leave. You know how people talk.
They always say that, but you know, like right now, because after this album, I got one more album to fulfill my album requirements.
And then it's really over.
And then, I mean, like every other deal, you renegotiate.
Wow.
Free agent.
I just want to broker the deal, man. I'll go for 10%, 5, 1. You know, anything to get it done.
We make it happen. But, you know, I mean, who else was on that list?
Jim Jones, Common. You ain't comment about
T.I. He be saying some
Games,
some joints. Yeah, you know, I don't care for Game. I think he's a good rapper. I don't think he's a great songwriter. You know what I mean? And who else? Jim Jones. You know, I always say I made a conscious decision not to put Jim Jones in a situation with Cameron. Cause I think he's held Dipset down, pretty much with that Ballin' record.
Right.
You know what I mean? Without that, I don't even want to hear the name Dipset right now. You know, so he's good. I think in the future he'll be able to come up with something. Stack ain't around.
That's my dude right there. Rest in peace, Stack Bundles.
Stack Bundles.
He was a big help.
that gets it in.
Yeah.
So,
You know what I mean? So who else you mess with out there, man? Other than that,
Wow.
what's in 50 city changing, man?
Right now, man, ain't much in there. You know what I mean? I ain't really. It ain't.
iPod, something.
Yo, listen. Like, when I get ready to go make a tape, I went to make a mixtape, right? And it was tough. And to me, that's like, man, there ain't no music out.
First of all, your last mixtape you came out with, before I came to your crib, I was like, B, that tape was hard.
2050, yeah.
Oh man,
That was crazy. But I mean, I had all the right pieces.
that was an album right there. That was a real album right there.
Pieces out there. But now it's tougher because the kind of records that are connected are like, production-wise, are something that only works in certain markets. Nothing like that. If I sat down, I gotta write the punchlines that they be, writing punchlines. I'm like, I don't have time for this. I'm gonna find the right music and I'm gonna write a song. You know what I mean? And
I write the check before the baby comes. Who the hell cares?
yeah, this is what comes out when I start telling you how I really feel. You know what I'm saying? And the difference is the reality that my lifestyle, the reality of what I'm saying to you on the actual record. Because someone else could write the same record and tell you I get money, and they tell you things that you're not sure. When I tell you I write the check before the baby comes, I took my son's mom to child support. Wow. I mean, I took her to tell me how much to pay her. Doesn't matter to me. You know what I mean? My baby's in the truck now. She was holding him hostage. I got him.
She's holding him hostage.
Yeah.
She's out shopping now though.
If I didn't care, I wouldn't have went in to make new records. To be honest with you, I got a passion for it still.
You probably have a passion where you do it for fun, but at the end of the day, you don't have to do it.
Yeah, I don't. But I don't like when they tell me no. Like, I think that's what they was trying to tell me. You know what I'm saying? Nah, like, this is when, nah, it's not it. Like, I mean, you kidding me? Like, that's
Came out
right.
at the awards, it was like, yo, I'm having a feeling like I'm sitting in the back, like I'm standing. I don't feel like sitting down because it's whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm in the back, checking out the scenery. And I'm like, yo, he's going to hit somebody because he stopped rapping. So I'm thinking it's about to jump off. I'm like, okay, I'm near an exit. You know what I mean? I don't want to get caught in the trample. You know what I mean? It's all good, but it was like the comment. It felt heartfelt when you said, I really don't care about this. I mean, I felt it.
Yeah, well, at that point, I meant it. You know what it is, check that. Cause for me, when I get like, I'm more reserved, man. I don't usually be like, yo, I'm gonna punch you in your face when I see you. And I mean, I'll be relaxed about it, and then I see you if it's an issue. We can go ahead and do it right there. You know what I mean? Like, I have to be vocal as an artist, or they don't understand where I'm at, period. So I do that at this point. But this is something that I've conditioned myself to do. Because like, in the environment that we actually come from, if you indicate to someone that there's going to be a problem, when you come around, their antennas is going to go up. So you got a problem.
Yeah, because I hadn't spoken to this dude in a long time. Nelson said, come through, walked to the office by myself, and I walked there.
Yeah.
I said, it's a good day outside, I'm going to walk.
And just came through.
Yeah, just come through. It's going to be what it's going to be.
Yeah, it's not like, and then it's like the president, baby, because you got to shake hands and kiss babies, it can happen. It can happen to anybody, but the repercussions define who you are. So, expect if something happens uncomfortable for me, before we can even make enough time for everybody to absorb what just happened, a Holocaust. Because I'm going to set it up. I'm dropping the bags off.
Before.
And this one, I think, it made perfect sense. Like, my grandfather's Curtis Sr., his firstborn is Curtis Jr., and I'm his first grandchild. It's Curtis the Third. It's my third album. I titled it Curtis. And then Cameron, Curtis at the same time. It's perfect. You know what I mean? I'm like, this guy, thank you. I appreciate the loser.
What was up with the YouTube battle, man? Like, y'all was going back and forth with the YouTube battle.
That's me. Like, ahead of watch this. Before my album comes out, you're going to start seeing 50 Cent on the homepage of YouTube. So you no longer have to log 50 Cent in. I'll just be on the front page when you go there. Right now, YouTube, you rap contest. You can go log on and win a single deal from G-Unit Records. This is the type of deal that I started putting into place ahead of releasing the YouTube videos because I knew that they would follow me. So instead of just putting out a freestyle, I said, let me go shoot a video for it. I couldn't use it because I had nothing to sell at the time, so I used it for Young Buck's viral campaign, and I put his album release at the intro and the outro of the actual videos, so you couldn't miss his album release date. and I set it off, and I let Cam run. And what you do is they counted the combined hits of everything that had 50 Cent on it. So if it says 50 Cent, if it says Cameron 50 Cent this, if it says Game 50 Cent this, or anything that says 50 Cent, all of it that gets hit, YouTube looks at it and credits it to 50 Cent for traffic driven to YouTube. And this is what allowed me to be able to do the YouTube You Rap contest. And you know, it's a beautiful thing. When you got people that are asleep at the wheel, they're off to see the wizard saying, if I only had a brain, you got to use them.
Now, is it? I mean, that beef wasn't really that serious. Is it like squashing it? Like, would you squash the beef? Like,
you know what it is? That was competition. That was just competing. I mean, if you got an actual issue with someone, it's a different thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if you said something out your mouth, like, of course I look at him like, I mean, Bozo, the kid, he was on the road. See, really what happens is
y'all
they get
was
away.
going at it. Y'all had actual reenactments and stuff.
Yeah, that was hell. That was hell. Come on, Aaron Flex was helping him. He's being nice to him. Like, giving him the, like, whoa. When he said something, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he's helping him. He's helping him. But on up and up, for real, I mean, you know, it's no way, it's no match. This guy sold 200,000 copies on his last album. Sold $9.7 million.
But would you squash it?
No. I mean, I'm fine with where it is now. I mean, when you're winning, you could just keep winning.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, like, I mean, what? I'll leave it alone. I won't bring it up anymore. Like, BT, they asked me, they said, you know, what happened with the Cameron thing, because they didn't hear anything anymore. And I said, I didn't hear anything either. You know what I'm saying? Last hour, boy got punched in the eye, and that was it. You know, kid must have knocked the sense of humor out of him. Because he stopped being so funny. Yeah, but this comes from Jay-Z, though. It's Jay-Z's fault. See, because Jay-Z let him get away with it. Then he jumped out at me. See, Jay could have got in and spanked him. I'm going to see Jay ruin somebody's career. Like, he should just say, you know what? You know, when it comes time to market his album and he say 15 million for me, 1 million for you, Nas? Next time, just say 16 million for me. Nothing for another artist.
50 stay shooting, man. Stay shooting, man.
You know what I mean?
He stays shooting,
Jay's
man.
serious businessman. Jay-Z, man.
800-585-1051. That's the world famous DJ Clue Desert Storm. We in the building. 50 Cent Yayo said, man. Power 1051, y'all.
Clue still got love for Nas no matter what. You see that curve? He was like, yo, listen, whoa, buddy. Whoa, buddy.
No, I ain't like that.
My man. Still my man. That's the curve Flex was doing. That's what Flex was doing.
To say about you, son.
Yeah, let me
Always
tell
say good shit about you.
Look. I don't hate Nas, man. I don't understand him. I swear to God, that's what it is, man. It's not, listen, if I there because I don't know who you are tomorrow. See, if you look, do you see consistency in who I am?
Definitely.
I don't know nothing different from this. So they may be able to beat me at doing something else, but being 50 Cent, they're not gonna beat me at that.